Okay, so welcome to this presentation and training for TestRail. So we'll start by a small presentation of TestRail. Some people already see this presentation, but it's good to go to basics of why we are changing Quality Center to TestRail. Small presentation of features and a demonstration inside the test environment of TestRail. And of course, if you have questions at any time about the migration, about TestRail, about quality centers, please ask us. I'm with Liz Lott, so we will answer to your question. So in the first time, why we are changing Quality Center for TestRail? So in the first time, Quality Center is now pretty old for interface, about functionalities, and about, for sure, security versions. So its cost is pretty important for the team, and the cost of Oracle database and cost of licenses is pretty high. And there are new needs for teams, like Jira integration. This is a major point of TestRail. Its integration with Jira is pretty good, as you will see during the demonstration. New needs as external access. As Jira, you can access to TestRail everywhere, not only in the enterprise network. And some new functionalities, new needs, as you can use every browser you want with TestRail. You don't need Internet Explorer anymore. So for the choice, we tried about 10 management tools, Jira add-ons, standalone tools, and this is TestRail we choose for the final choice. So a little bit about the feature of TestRail. We will pass very fast on this point. This is better to see this point during the demo. So for the first point about the login, so it's like in Jira. If you need an account, please send a mail to TestRail support or use the application link you have on the login page. To connect, you will have to use your CSL and your corporate password. Only people writing test cases, running them, and the manager should request an account. So we are limited in license numbers, not as in quality centers. Je vais partager pour toi.
Can you see the screen?
Can you see the screen?
No, in web session we don't.
So 1 minute, please.
Wait 1 minute.
Kieran
very strange.
Will share his screen.
But so it's okay now. Sorry.
It's okay now?
Yes, it is. Thanks.
Okay, but so don't lose some important things. This is just the introduction. So there is nothing to see on the screen, but it's okay now. Thanks. So as I said, we are limited in a licensed number. So please request an account only if you will use TestRail. If this is just for read-only, there is a guest account. So to use the guest account, just use your CSL and your corporate password. And this is, if you have no account in TestRail, this will connect you inside the guest account. So it's only for read-only purpose. So this is small page about the page of TestRail, about TestRail features, yes, but will pass very fast. So this is the main dashboard of TestRail, when you can retrieve the charts about the activity of projects and the list of your projects. About the project, when you can ask for a project, so it depends of your needs, depends of the size of your project. For example, for the OXI project, we split the project into into four projects, into four small projects, when the guy manages their test cases. So depend of your needs, depend of what you want to do with TestRail, we can split your project into multiple projects. Because as you will see, it's very simple to recover cases from another project and to copy or move them. So this is a project overview page. This is the main dashboard of your project. As in the main dashboard, you retrieve charts about the activity of the project, history of your project, milestone, test run, resume. The test case organization. So it's like in quality centers. This is where you describe your test cases, where you put your steps, and when you put fields like priority or references. This is pretty simple as in the quality centers. The test cases organization, it's like in quality centers too. You put your test cases inside folders. The name as section name. You can move them how you want. You can manipulate this folder. You can move this folder to organize your project. So this is no more in alphabetical order. This is free. Your organization is free. The execution of the test cases, it's like in the other tools. This is where you put the result of your test and other fields, comment, step result, where you put your defect. We will see that in the demo. So there is a new concept in TestRail. This is a test plan and test run. So a test run is where you put your test cases for execution purpose. And the test plan is not like in quality center. The test plan is a set of test run. So the test plan is used for organize your campaign. Depend of your needs, you can create a test plan for each major release. It really depends of the size of your project, the size of your campaigns. Is it possible to rerun a test plan? And of course, all tests run inside this test plan. You can archive a test plan, and the new feature is about the configuration. TestRail can generate automatically runs depend on this configuration. So we will see at this point after. So the other new concept in TestRail is the milestones. So milestones are created to help you to organize your project and to link them to test plan and test run. So we recommend you to create a milestone for release. Release, Stefan? Release?
Yes.
Yes. and create a milestone for release and create a sub-milestone for a version. But
or special,
like sprint, yes, if you work with. It depends of your needs again, and depends of your project. A little bit about roles and permissions. So there is three roles inside TestRail. So the tester, it's a basic role. He can create and edit test cases and sections. He can execute tests. The designer has the same permission as the tester, but he can create and edit test plan and test run, and he can create milestones. And at the end, there is a leader. The leader can delete test plan and runs, create milestone and sub-milestone, and create delete and schedule reports. Not that nobody can delete TestRail objects. This is only for administrator. Because for the moment there is no possibility to back up to undo an error like a section delete or like a big test cases deletion. So you must be very careful when you copy, for example, or when you manipulate something for the moment. A word about the integration with Jira. As I said, this is one of the major points of TestRail. So, is it possible to link tests to Jira objects and to create Jira objects directly inside TestRail? And it's possible to create test cases inside Jira. So this link allows you to directly retrieve CR information or other Jira object like requirements or other story, depends of your Jira object, and retrieve Jira fields inside TestRail. And in Jira, you will be able to retrieve TestRail information directly inside the CR. Yes, we can retrieve directly inside Jira the test execution history. Reports, TestRail offer some reports that you have to try to determine if it fits your needs. Play with reports. And please try this on the QA and maybe after we migrate the project, tell us your needs for reports so that we can help you to generate these reports. So other features of TestRail, time tracking, depend of don't know if you use it on quality centers, but it allows you to generate charts about the effort for tests. The to-do list. Is it possible in TestRail to assign test run, test execution to somebody? And this person will be able to see what test is assigned to him. And the test suite is not it's not used for the moment, so it's not used. A little bit about the migration. So for the migration, we choose neutral filters, but it can be discussed and can be changed, of course. For the moment, we take only test cases created after 2016 or run after 2013. Only the test cases are imported in TestRail for the moment. All the folder hierarchy are transferred, so you will retrieve section as it is in Quality Center. QC test campaigns are not compiled, and QC fields are translated to TestRail fields. So we will show you the translation of fields. Nothing is lost. Everything is kept inside the web interface, where you will be able to retrieve test campaigns and test cases. It's only for consultation. It's not Quality Center, and Quality Center will be stopped on December, at the end of December. So as we said, we can retrieve information inside the web interface. This is currently in development, but you will be able to retrieve campaigns and cases, all test cases and campaigns. So this is it for the demonstration, the presentation. So if you have questions, please ask for the moment. If you have questions, ask, or we will go for the demo. If you have no question for the moment. Okay. So tu veux le. Hein? So this is the TestRail interface. So as you can see, this is the test environment. If the header is green, this is the test environment, and if the header is blue, it's the prod environment. In the first time, we'll see the migrated test. Yep. So,
near to 30,000 tests were migrated. As you can see on the right side, you have the complete hierarchy imported from Quality Center and all the folders. And on the left side, you have all the test cases migrated. And if you want, maybe you open
Yep. If you open a test.
If you want to open a test, you can see all the imported fields on the first part. The type is the group field, which was renamed to type. You can change it to other is the default value. Other values are functional, installation, interrupt, and so on. You can propose a mapping between your values and the existing values. I don't know if you have already worked on this. The priorities are 4: critical, high, medium, low. In Quality Center, we had only 3 levels, so it is mapped, I don't know, for the 3 first values, I think. Estimate not used for the moment. Milestone, we will see this in the next step. It is like Kiran said, linked to releases, because you will have no peak list with the release values of your project. It's only local values that are that can be managed with the release with the milestone field. References. It is a direct link to the Jira environment, the Jira project, where you can have requirements. Level is the same, mandatory, recommended, supplementary. category, it is default value is manual, and all the other automatic tests were mapped to auto. So if you need more information, you can find this at the end of the export field. And QC ID is the identifier from the QC quality center.
It will help you in the first time to retrieve, if you don't know where your test case is, you can put the QC ID on the search bar and
find directly the unique test. And a keyword, it's a new field. You can have several keywords at one time. Of course, it's an open list, so you can propose other and new values. Description is like in Quality Center, it's a description. Preconditions, we didn't manage this field, but maybe you want to use it. It's open to you. Steps, it's the same as in Quality Center. You have the step description and on the right side, the expected results. And you can add new steps and change the step order. Attach
export is when you have, it is only for migration. This is where you can retrieve a link to all the attachment coming from Quality Centers. When you have attachment linked to the test cases, only for the test cases.
Yes, the other attachments might be lost.
Will be archived, but not.
Yeah, so it's very, very difficult to find them because the name were changed by Quality Center application. So if you want to keep some files which are in Quality Center, please do it before migration.
But we will retrieve
yes,
attachments.
But it will be difficult to find them, so it's better to take them before the migration. And the export field is the last part. You have all the information from Quality Center, the creation date, the author. Here you have all migrated tests have QC import or import QC. It's a generic user.
Yes, generic user for the creator. So you can retrieve the old creator inside Quality.
Here group is functional, so it was a bad mapping.
Yes, there is bad mapping.
We have to change this before
the real migration.
Before next week, yes. And all the feeds available from obsolete, from fault report, team, so on, are not migrated. So you have to look at them inside the export field. So I think it's triple ferment. Okay. So you can. Yes, if you want to see. If you want to see more information on the first page, you can easily add some columns, for example, keywords, or I don't know, level. And you can choose, of course, the wise, and maybe the ID is very short. To have the complete value, you change this to 80 or
100.
Yes. So you can duplicate tests. You can move them from one section to another, and you can change values per bulk mode.
For example, when you drag and drop the test cases to another section, you can move the test cases or copies.
Yes, first you select the test, and then you click and you can choose to move them or to copy them. And it's the same if, for example, you want to change the level of some tests. You select several tests, and then you click on edit, and you can change only the test values, for example, the level value, and save, and it is done. So it's a very simple way to modify tests. For creating tests, you can use also, if you are used to do it, you can use Excel files or CSV file, I don't know. It's the
CSV
same.
or XML.
XML or CSV file. Like in quality center, there will be a mapping between the Excel column and the property in TestRail. And XML, I don't know, we didn't make some tests with it. So you can also import tests from other projects. So, for example, here we have the source project.
Where you want to recover test cases?
Yes, for example, I don't know. Project demo. You have here the complete folders with the test cases, and then you can select directly the folder and the test, or put a filter on this to have some special tests. And then you can only move them in the production environment, because only copy them, because if you move them, they will disappear from the source project, and it will be very complicated to recover them. So, and you can add them to your project. So you click on copy, and we have here 5 tests which will be included in the test. It was here in Anoé, and you have here the 5 test cases, and of course you can then by drag and drop put them where you want. So this is for, and if you want to add a test case with a normal use case, you can add click here on the add test case, or in the you can also do it here, and it's
choose the section and
the same. And you can, if you don't want to have them in subject will be removed. You can directly choose the section. Okay, now about milestone, yes. As Kiran said, you can define milestone and one level of sub-milestone. If you create a milestone, release 1, for example, and
you can put start date and end date, for example, for sprints.
Yes,
for sub-milestone, you can define.
You might, and also what can be very useful is to close the milestone, to click on this milestone is completed. This means you will not have this in the main milestone list, and you know this release is now finished. Of course, you can reopen, but it's easier to manage. So add milestone. And now if I want to add some milestone, I click on add milestone again.
In the milestone view.
Milestone tab. And you can see the parent is release 1. So you can add several version or sprint, or I don't know, or patches I don't know what is useful for you, and you add this, and you will have two milestone levels. Si tu ouvres à droite, tu peux voir les deux. So here you have both
sub-milestones.
Then and they are useful only mainly for test run and results. So if you click on test run, you will here create test plan, and inside this test plan you will have test runs, at least one test run per test plan. Si tu peux en créer un, à test plan. Test run can also be alone without test plan, and then you can
copy this lonely one inside. Not move, but you can copy inside. You can copy a lonely test run inside a test plan and delete this test run after. But we don't recommend to create a lonely test run.
Yes, it's easier to
manage with test plan.
So the test plan will be linked to a milestone or some milestone, and yes, and then I will add several test runs. If you click on test run, each time you click on this, you will have a test run created. For test run, they cannot be empty. At least you will have one test case inside a test run, and if you do nothing, you will have all the test cases inside a test run. So it might be some.
It's not so dangerous. It's not so dangerous. You will rapidly see when this case coming, and you can easily change this. Yes. Changes this.
But they cannot be empty. Yes. So the best solution for selecting test cases is to open the test catalog and to select directly, like select test in Quality Center, and to click on the needed test, or you can also use the filter selection for so we have less, maybe. Yes, it's and here we will select also some test cases. It should not be empty. I don't know why we have here an empty test for your.
This is my bad. Voilà. There is six
test cases. Maybe we show the configuration. It's a new feature which was not present in Quality Center. It will allow you to create automatically all the configuration against you want to test. For example, we have no group. We'll add some groups. So a group browser, and inside this group you can have Internet Explorer, Chrome and Firefox, I don't know. So add configuration is for adding in the content. And then you can create also group, for example, operating system, and Windows and Linux. Here you will have, and you can select all the configuration you want to use, and automatically you will have all the combination, the possible combination. So here you will have a Chrome Linux, Chrome Windows, and so on. And for example, if I don't know to use Internet Explorer and Linux, you uncheck the line. So if you add test plan, we have now the three same, they are completely the same content for the three test runs, test run 1, and then test run 2, it's a normal test execution campaign. So for example, if you want now to execute the test campaign, you can execute one test, for example, pass. Here you have no information, so only pass. You can select several tests and change their values. For example, here you have the same pass, fail. And you have also what is very useful for fail test is the direct link to Jira. So here, if I want to create a new defect, I only have to click on push.
Sorry, this is the test environment. I will just manage something. Tu te souviens qu'on a enlevé le compte par défaut?
Ah. Yes, it works well in the production,
non, c'est bon,
on the production server.
C'est bon, ça va être bon.
Tu partages plus?
Oui, je sais, ça va revenir. Okay, so let's.
Okay, here you will when you click on push, you will directly create a new defect in Jira. So of course you have to choose the correct, the right project. Here it's only for test, so it's ZZCR test. If you want to make some tests, you can use this project. Issue type is of course, component, no, assignee, it will be assigned to Pascal, I think it's okay.
It's a Jira assignee, it is Jira fields.
The Jira fields, the priority, and affected version, you have to select also a version. And here you will have in the description field inside the Jira defect, you will have the direct link, the URL to the test with the description and also some other fields, I think.
We can add other fields if you need in the CR.
So it's the first, it's a new CR. But if you have several defects or the defect already exists, you can directly add here the
comma and just enter the CR key.
55 maybe, it's okay. Tu rajoutes maybe 55 will exist, we will check it. Configuration and config and version are two fields which are not pick lists, but you can add inside them the value, comment or values you need to store here. And you can also put status for the stat results, like in a quality center, but it's not mandatory.
So we just add the defect color.
Yes, we will show.
When you do that one time, it's for life. You don't
for
have
your, for your
project.
So here you can see. You can see here with the history of the execution. So here the link is the first CR we created, and the second is an already existing CR which is already closed, but you can of course use this.
So when you go inside Jira, you have the link inside inside the test, so you can go inside test.
Here you have all the information coming from TestRail, and on the here you have all the.
Here you have all the test execution.
The test campaign, the milestones, the test run, the user account, and all the information you will need. And on the right side, you can also, if you have a defect in Jira, you can also automatically create a new test case in TestRail, in a TestRail project. Okay, so you will, Kiran is working on a new status for the test. It's the retest status.
So, for example, when you have a CR, for example, you have this CR, and when this CR status pass into in QA status inside Jira. So when here you put the CR inside in QA status, all test cases linked to this CR will be passed inside a retest status. So with this information, you can see all tests you have to retest to validate the CR correction. So this feature is coming maybe next week or in 2 weeks.
Yes, before end of the month.
Yes, before the end of the month, this feature will come.
To make some tests. Okay, so it will be very useful to have this information, so you can directly know which test should be rerun or not. And I don't know what. Yes, and now if you go to the milestone, you will see directly that linked to this milestone you have a test plan, and
for example, if you want to see all defects linked to this milestone,
you click only on the right side the defect tab, and you can see both
defects we created inside the run test plan and linked to this milestone version 1.1.
And on the right side, the new and the close is automatically set by TestRail, by the link between Jira and TestRail. So progress, I don't know if there's nothing.
Progress is that we say TestRail can automatically generate remaining effort charts, but if you want,
it's not useful
for run day, so it's not useful. But you can put estimate time to help TestRail to generate this chart to estimate the time you will need to finish your run or finish your campaign.
Mm-hmm. And
activity, it's just history of the milestone and all cases.
The activity of the test campaign. And here there are a lot of tests, so you cannot see that some tests were failed or passed. It's too many tests. And I don't know, one to-do list,
list, I don't know.
And the reports, maybe you can...
So there is no test for me, but this is the interface when you can retrieve all your assigned test cases, assigned test campaigns or test execution.
Yes, I would like to show you how to rerun a test plan and a test run. So if you want to run again a test plan, maybe with another milestone, you click on rerun. You select all the tests you want to keep inside the new test plan. So all the tests are only untested and failed tests, for example. So you click on OK, and it will copy all the test runs, the existing test run, to a new test plan. So and of course, you can add new test run. You can remove some test plan. You can change the content of the test runs. It's up to you to change this. It's only a help. For example, if you have regression testing, you can have a regression test plan with test runs as a template. And then you can, each time you want to run the test, this regression testing, you click on rerun, and a new test campaign is created.
See, there is a new test plan rerun.
So you can group the test plan by day, but also by milestone, which is much more sometimes more interesting. So you see directly some test plan have no milestone link. So and some have already milestone.
So is it possible to archive? And we recommend to you to archive the campaign when it's finished.
Mm-hmm.
So for the visibility and for the current usage.
And you have to...
you can close the plan or close the run.
So it means nobody will be able to change the content of your test run.
This is an archive at the state when you close it. So if you modify cases or modify the structure inside the project, this will not change in this archive. This is like a snapshot of the plan at the moment. But if you close your plan, you cannot reopen after. But you can rerun.
You can rerun, of course. But if you think it's finished for this test plan, it's better to archive it.
As it says, this test plan is completed. You can no longer modify the test plan, but you can, as we said, rerun the test plan.
And create a new test plan.
So it can be useful if you want to have template, to close the template and to rerun after the template.
If you have a regression testing template, you can close it, and so nobody can change the content.
So, one other point, when we create your account and when it's your first time you make the connection to TestRail, please go to your name up at the top and go to My Settings to configure the Jira integration. Just go into Settings.
Settings, and here, yes, you have to set your password. It's not automatically done, and this means you must do it each time you
change your password
the corporate password. So you have to the user input automatically. But
no, the user is your CSL and the password file. This is the IDs you use to connect
Jira connection.
So
if you have some questions, maybe the link to TestRail support, the email address.
This is the main tool to TestRail support.
Yes,
documentation.
Is it the OneDoc support?
No, this is a OneNote where you can retrieve FAQ, small documentation about some points of TestRail.
And also the PowerPoint.
Yes, the presentation you have seen before. And the archive, this link goes to the archive tool, where you can retrieve, as we said during the presentation, the migrated all data of quality center. So you can retrieve.
Today there is only terminal projects.
You can retrieve all campaigns inside the report, and you can extract this report inside the Excel format, or there is nothing in these campaigns. But
you can see the test campaign,
yes,
but
you
cannot use them to import it inside the TestRail, of course.
This is just for read-only
purpose. And the same for the Quality Center tree. It's the test catalog. You have the test catalog, which was called test plan in Quality Center, and all the folders and the tests. If you need to
recover some data,
to have some information concerning some old tests also. Here you will have all the tests, also all the tests which were not migrated to TestRail. So very old tests can be found here. Okay. Do you have some questions? The migration will take place next week, I think, or OT. And you have two steps. The first step, Quality Center will be put in read-only mode for the test catalog, for the test plan. It means you will not be able to add new tests or to modify tests, but you will be able to execute tests. And in order to finish your test campaign, and in some, I would say, weeks, all Quality Center, all your projects will be put in read-only mode, so you will not be able to execute tests, and all the new campaign you will use the TestRail for executing the new test campaign. Okay? Is it clear?
Yep.
So please ask us if you have any question. Play with the test environment, and if you need an account, send a mail. Yes, Julia already sent me the user list.
The user list with
we will create your accounts.
Tester and designer
and leaders.
Thank you very much.
Okay, no question?
No question?
Not yet. I guess they might emerge during usage.
Okay.
So we will keep you informed about the migration. I don't know, Monday maybe? Monday evening we will stop. Or Tuesday?
Sure.
needed at least one night to do it.
We want to do this this weekend, but it's not possible because of the global outage
yes, we have
from Capgemini.
A big outage this weekend, so it's not possible to do any action. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Have a nice day.